And here comes everyone. It's me. And good morning, everyone. I'm Judge Person. I welcome everybody to court this morning. I actually will have folks on mute until it's your turn, but everyone will have an opportunity to unmute and visit with me. There are a few quick things I want to tell you while I work on the settings, because we are working with two groups today. We have a breakout room, and that is a meeting for folks who have entered a plea of not guilty. You always have, oops, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. You'll always have an opportunity. If you would rather be in court in person, we can reschedule you to come on in. So just be aware of that you're not forced to be on this platform. It's just a matter of convenience. But I do welcome everyone, and I am Judge Person. A couple of details before we get going. When you are given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That is what a ticket is. It's an accusation. When you give a plea, you're giving an answer or response to that accusation. And there are three options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. If you plead guilty, you're saying, I did this. You're confirming the accusation. If you plead not guilty, you're contesting the matter. If you plead no contest, you're allowing me to move forward with sentencing, potentially finding you guilty, but without admitting or denying the offense. If you plead guilty or no contest, I am moving forward with sentencing. If you've already entered a plea and been found guilty, or you've already entered a plea and your plea has been accepted, I'm working on the court order that we have to impose the penalty. And this is a Class C court. The imposition of penalty is fines and costs. You're not given jail time here. You can incur warrants for not coming to court on time, for missing a court date, for failing to follow the order that is put in place, for your fines and costs. That can be a lot of different things. So I might be working on folks who have those issues or concerns. If you've pleaded not guilty, that case is really moving toward trial, and we all have the right to go to trial on our case. You have the right to have persons come here and make a decision as jurors as to whether or not you are guilty, or have a judge make that determination. If you're pleading not guilty, ultimately we're going to move that case here into the courtroom at a certain point if it's unresolved, and that's not a problem. We do that all the time. It's just a question of when, and we'll schedule it and so forth. We will take the case today wherever it is. And if we need to come on in, if it's not resolved today, we're going to move the next setting here into the courtroom, because at that point, we're talking about what kind of trial. There are certain rights and duties that you have at that point, and we need to come on in and have that discussion here in the courtroom. You do, as always, prior to entering a plea, have the right to meet with an attorney of your choice. If you wish to do that, well, you do need to let me know before your plea is accepted by the court. Judge, I need some time is really the magic words for how you do that. You don't have to quote specific areas of the law, but I do need a signal in some way. And so just letting me know that you need time is the way that we do that. So I'm going to also let you know that if you plead guilty or no contest, generally speaking, under the law, you're found guilty and you pay the fines and costs, or you're ordered to do so. In terms of payment, I can look at people's individualized circumstances and take those into consideration in connection with, what that's going to look like. And there's a variety of options, from 30 days to pay to long-term payment plans, and also to potentially, in some cases, order community service. But I did ask for financial income in connection with that. If you're on the not guilty docket, I also asked for that same information in connection with the possibility of scheduling a bond on the case. So I like to just get all the information we may ever need up front, because it really is easier than having you fill out multiple forms getting different pieces of information that are needed and then ultimately having to update those. And it's just easier to do it once and not have you have more paperwork than would strictly be needed. So if you wondered about that, that's the answer to that question. The other thing I want to tell you is that in terms of being found guilty, there are still 4 ways to keep an item off your record, even if you plead guilty or no contest. They are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. The first one, compliance dismissals, are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. You can ask me about that when it's your turn, but you need to understand that I'll automatically be looking to see if you might be qualified for those dismissals, because the law says that the judge shall dismiss. And I do assume that if people knew that they could get a dismissal, they would want one. So I do just look and see, because I think it's permissible for me to do that. The second one, and those are things like equipment violations. They aren't things like moving violations. They're things that can be brought up to date, but they aren't everything that can be brought up to date. So for example, if your license is expired, you might qualify. If you didn't have a license, the law doesn't specify that you can do that. So it just comes down to what the law says. The second option for dismissal is with a moving violation. If you qualify, you can complete a driver safety course option. The driver safety course option, again, you pre-qualify, you enter the program, and you complete it on time successfully to gain that dismissal. The reason why it's a good option for many people is that you keep the item off your record and you save money. All tickets have a court cost and a fine. And when if you called the clerk and asked, how much is this ticket? And they said $260. And that seems like a lot of money. And you can break that down into court costs and fines. And the court costs are set by the Texas legislature, so I can't change them. The fines are set by the judge, that would be me, so I can look at those with you. But in the driver safety course option, the court costs get paid. They have to get paid up front with license and insurance. Then you start a 90-day window to complete it. You don't have to wait 90 days. You can do it in a week, but you get back the proper course and the proper record, and I dismiss your ticket. And the fine, which was not paid up front, is sitting on hold. And when you turn in your course and your record, as long as it's the proper course and proper record on time, I dismiss the ticket and the fine gets waived. So you do keep it off your record and you don't pay the fine. You do pay for a class and you do pay for a record, although generally speaking, it's still going to be less than if you paid the whole ticket. That's really indirectly by design, because we know that folks do drive better after they take that course. So that's just the law in place, sort of rewarding what we know to be a reality. In Texas, we have the highest rate of death and dismemberment on our roadways. And if you are 25 and older or younger, 25 and under, you're in the number 1 group. You're in like the super group. So we do try to incentivize the course because it really is effective. So that's the second option. The third option for ticket dismissal is a deferred disposition. With a deferred disposition, you do need to make a request for a deferred and have the judge approve that deferred before you can have it. Let me tell you what a deferred is. Deferred means delay. Disposition means to make final. If I delay making your case final, if I approve the deferred, then I put an order in place. That order will list in writing what you need to do to gain a dismissal. If you do all the things listed, I'm committed to signing a dismissal. It was on the forms that you may have filled out, but folks don't always know what that means. And so I do try to explain it just briefly here. The way that you get a deferred in a Class C court is you can ask the judge directly, guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred. The judge can say yes, or the judge can say no. You can, on the pretrial docket, if you've pleaded not guilty, you and the prosecutor may come to an agreement requesting a deferred. If there's an agreement from both parties requesting that deferred, I often will grant it. Okay, so you haven't locked yourself out of it by pleading not guilty. I do try to get plea bargains done prior to trial, I'm less and less likely to approve them once I sequester a jury and bring everybody in here. So I'm asking both parties to look long and hard at your case and see if that's what you're trying to do. If it is, then it is. But deferred requests, just by request, guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred. That's generally what that would sound like. And then with teen court, I'm going to assume teen court as an option if you are a high school student or equivalent, and I'll be looking to see if I have those folks. And that is, I'll talk to you more about it if it looks like you might be qualified. Mr. Matson, I did want to start you with Tayro Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, can you unmute so we know that your audio is working?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. I'm going to send you over to a meeting. It's a breakout room with the prosecutor. The prosecutor is Ryan Matson. Mr. Matson, can you introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson. I'm the prosecutor for Temple.
Thank you, Mr. Matson. And so I will send you both to that breakout room. And after y'all have a discussion, you'll come back into this room and we'll check in before you go. Okay, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I'm sending you over to that meeting. If you're not able to move back over on your own, I'll move you back over. So don't worry about that part.
Okay.
I have a couple of people that I wasn't able to identify. Samsung SM something. Could you just, I'm sending you an unmute request. Young person, yeah, hair back. Thank you. What's your name, please?
My name is Jessica Hernandez.
Okay. I did already have you checked in as Jessica's iPhone. Is that also you?
No, ma'am. I have the Samsung Galaxy.
Okay, that's fine. Let me put your name on here real quick. I'm actually going to be right with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'm going to remute you just briefly. I have a person labeled iPhone. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, ma'am. It's Anasa Harrison.
Thank you so much, Ms. Harrison. I'm going to be with you. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to be with you shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm just temporarily renaming folks. It's not permanent. It's not particularly accurate in typing either, but I don't want to lose track of you. And then the person labeled Jessica's iPhone, can you unmute and tell me who you are?
It's Jessica Langford.
Oh, very good. Okay, gotcha. I'll be with you shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me just start with Jessica Hernandez. If you can unmute, tell me how you're doing while I pull up your file.
Honestly, I'm overwhelmed. I have so much work and documentation to show.
We do. We have a lot of things going on. Give me just a moment. Let me look at your the information you gave me recently. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see. Kids have been sick. I got that. Let's see. There's a no insurance charge. It is actually from, let me get on from September 8th. The fines and costs are $281. And I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
I believe so. I was trying to see if I could I was not eligible for driver's license, and I had acquired insurance before as well, but my insurance dropped because I wasn't able to get my driver's license.
Were you insured at the time of your stop?
No, ma'am.
The state law doesn't permit a compliance dismissal when that happens. It's just a straight up or down situation. I did see that we had community service. Is that already in place?
It was, yes, ma'am, you extended it for me from a previous ticket. This is the present ticket.
This is the new amount? Okay, yeah, so let's see. Adding the new cases to this. Okay, in reviewing, first of all, I want to just address, there's no compliance dismissal available on either of the charges. Unfortunately, state law does not permit a dismissal on the license or on the insurance cases at this time. So I don't have a compliance dismissal there. Just in looking at your community service, we've been working on it since really July, late July, or no, I guess June is the first order. I have a question because I can tell you're overwhelmed. So have you found a provider yet off the list that I gave you?
Yes, ma'am, I was going through the CTLC. I was actually, since I haven't been at my apartment, I'm on the west side of Temple at the moment, and the VFW was trying to do something as well. Each time I've had an opportunity to go up there or to do community service, I have been back and forth with the management at my apartment complex, trying to get them to repair and remediate the mold in my apartment. And the investigator for the management of my apartment has needed me to go back and forth, get pictures. I've done samples and testing. I've tried trying to find the right people to talk to about it. My kids and I have been sick from the apartment, and it's a lot. I have a backpack full of paperwork and pretty much of everything that I've been trying to do. I say the only thing community service wise I've done is for my apartment complex. I've started a petition.
I'm going to stop you for a moment. It's not that I'm not interested in that, but the apartment complex is generally not going to be a nonprofit organization. And if they are, that needs to have been approved in the first 2 weeks of your community service. So I'm not saying that's not a valuable thing to be doing, but I don't see how I'm going to approve that. The CTLC though, I'm not sure if they're on the list, but they have been in the past. Are they still? Yeah, they're still on the list. The VFW could probably get approved, but we need you to fill out approval forms for that here in the next 2 weeks. I could give you 2 weeks to do that. So we kind of, have we done any hours at all?
I will not lie to you. No, ma'am, I haven't. And just a second ago when you were talking to me, I didn't hear your voice, so I was trying to move around the room. I did not hear what you said previous to this.
Well, what I said was that the CTLC is approved. VFW could probably be pre-approved. I could give you time to do that. The apartment complex is probably not going to be able to be approved. If you're going off the list, which I do allow, but you have a 2-week window at the beginning, which was, in June to get that approved. So, the CTLC, that works, but I can tell you're overwhelmed. I can give you more time to deal with this. I do need to ask that you stay on time. Everything was due September 14th. So right now, adding the 2 new cases, it's 49 hours. Okay. You're here. So I'm going to go ahead and give 2 months, which is December 12th. I'm going to say to you that if you're trying to approve the VFW as a provider, you could have 2 weeks to get that paperwork filled out with them. The provider if you're seeking to go off list, the provider has to be approved ahead of time. And I want that within the first 2 weeks because we need enough time to approve it and you enough time to go do it. So here's my next question, because that's a form for them to fill out with you. And I don't have an opinion about this. I've got a list of places And then I take any nonprofit that's up to date and current with their nonprofit status, provided they're willing to fill out the paperwork with you. And if they're not willing to fill out the pre-approved paperwork, they're not going to fill out your final paperwork. So it's better for you too, to know up front that you're going to work for them and it's going to be like you get nothing out of it. And that's fine. You can get out of it, the reward of doing volunteer work, but you have a lot going on. So, I don't want you to spin your wheels. So can you come by here today to pick up your paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When should we look for you?
As soon as y'all let me out.
Okay. So like 10 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then there's a single form. I'm just going to look and see if we have it from you. Did we get her signed off on her? I've found that the front desk has not really done that.
No.
So let's print that and there's a form for you to sign. And let's put a note on there, that they have to get somebody to sign it.
Okay.
Yes. And then they'll give you you can use the old sheets, you can use the new sheets, but the new one will have the new one, I'm sorry, will have the the pre-approval form on there too. So that's why I want you to come by and just get everything again, because you'll have more copies, but also in case you're missing anything. And also if you're trying to get another place approved, your new due date, December 12th, if I want you to treat that like, a final date. So if you have everything, turn it in before then, or turn it in that day. If you don't have everything done, turn in what you have and drop me a letter asking me for how much time you think you might need and telling me what steps you're taking. And like you did, tell me what's going on. Okay. So that I can know and take it into account, because I will continue, Ms. Hernandez, to work with you as long as you're working with me. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Now, quick question. Are you having trouble getting your license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In July 4th, 2023, I believe, or maybe 22, I had gotten a ticket because of my license plate being in the wrong spot. For the courthouse by the probation, or the probation office, and I was trying to get my driver's license and my registration for my car, and they denied both of them.
Okay. Is that, were those tickets with this court?
No, ma'am, it's with a different court.
Okay. I release those once you come in. Some courts do it differently. Okay. I'm including in your information when you come by a packet for how to get your license back. Okay. And if you will follow through with it and just read each page, and it really is like 6 steps. Now there's some little steps in the steps, but if you walk through it just page by page, it even includes everything you need to figure out where to go and who to ask and how to ask. And if there's money involved, how to ask them to waive it. And it's just information that if you knew where to go, you could just print it online. So I've got that for you, and you come by to pick up everything else, and just keep communicating with the court and I will work with you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Good. Best wishes to you. Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, ma'am. And Mr. Mattson, I know that you and Mr. Rodriguez were speaking, and if I could hear from you both, that would be good.
Your Honor, Mr. Rodriguez and I have reached an agreement on terms of deferral.
Okay.
For the speeding charge, it's going to be a 120-day period. And in lieu of a driver safety course, I'm going to be requiring an 8-hour drug awareness course due by day 60. And Mr. Rodriguez indicated he could make payment on the fine within 30 days.
Okay. So from today until February 7th, the deferral will be in place. Payment would be by November 9th. and the drug class by December 12th. And Mr. Rodriguez, when you come by today, well, we're going to talk about that because we may be able to do it differently. I know you might be out of town. I'll look at, handing you information for how to find that class and so forth. But I am going to need to get your signature on the deferred. I will approve it. Let me ask you, if I email it to you, can you print it, sign it, print it, and email it back to us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then as to the paraphernalia charge, what is the request on that, Mr. Mattson?
Your Honor, the paraphernalia charge is essentially going to just remain in limbo until the certificate for the course has been received by the court. That is the requirement that I'm putting in place for that class or for that charge. I'll be dismissing it once it's been received.
Okay. Here's the only thing with that, and that is that I don't have a limbo setting in OpenGov. So what I can do is just reschedule our pretrial from today to December 12th, because that is an online day. And, we'll all be back here to address that case if we need to, if it's not dismissed by that point. So what I would suggest, Mr. Rodriguez, is to turn that course in early. You don't have to wait. Sometimes people think, well, I can't turn it until that day, but actually you don't have to wait. You could turn it in the week before, and that'll give the court an opportunity to entertain a dismissal prior to your Zoom date. Otherwise, we'll all be on here to check in on that and make sure the court has what it needs. If that's where y'all are going with that, we can check in at that time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That works, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll approve the deferral. I understand there's sort of a back agreement that the two of you were focused on. That's no problem. And if you present motions to me, I will most likely entertain and dismiss at that time. I don't see why I wouldn't. And we will send everything to you, Mr. Rodriguez. Can we use the email that we used today to set up the meeting?
Yes, you can, ma'am.
Okay, then that should be coming your way probably in the next half hour. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Do you have any questions before you go?
No, I don't. Wait, one. Do I just fax it or scan it to the number on the email?
Yeah, either is fine.
Okay.
And do you feel like you understand what you need to do in order to gain your dismissal on your speeding charge?
Yes, absolutely, ma'am. I took notes.
Okay, and then a reset on the other. Well, it'll be on your deferred order, and we'll actually send you course information for how to find a proper appropriate class.
Okay, sounds perfect, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Mattson, moving you forward, I would send you forward with Mason Arispe. Mason Arispe, can you unmute and we'll make sure your audio is working? Sorry, try one more time.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I think we've crossed signals there. Okay, great. I'm going to move you over to that meeting with the prosecutor, and afterwards you'll come back in this room.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. And I also am moving forward with Anansa Harrison. Did I say your first name properly, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. It's Anasa.
Anasa, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I'll do my best on that.
I understand.
So let me just look. We have warrants. I have pleas on 2 cases. I have 12 cases. And so I can talk to you about all of these. Let me just walk you through what I have. Let's see. It looks like just give me 1 second. Where it says community service, those are they already on community service? Okay. Oh, thank you.
You ordered community service on phone. She wanted to do her driver's license. You went to all that.
Doesn't, yeah, I don't do that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I did receive a request from you to release the license And the fact is, I've got a situation where I have cases where it's taken a long time to get you to answer to them. And I don't release it till I zero out the balance. So I probably we're looking at community service, but I need to see where we are. I'm trying to read the screens I have. The clerk's done a good job, but I do want to check in February 8th of 2010. There's a no driver's license charge. The fines and costs are, sorry, let me match these up properly. Give me just a moment. The fines and costs are $370.50. I did receive a no contest plea from you. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I tried to do all of them, how she sent me. I tried to like send all of them in to you for the cases.
I'm reviewing them. I received a bunch of things back. So I'm not asking you that because I didn't receive it. I have it.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Since I'm accepting your plea, I'm confirming your plea first. It's a
Yes,
process
ma'am.
for a judge to do. There's also a no driver's license charge from, let's see, October 29th of 2010. The fines and costs are $370.50. I did receive a no contest plea. And is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
I did receive a request there to asking for time to turn in the license. But the fact is, state law doesn't actually provide for a dismissal on no driver's license charges once we come into compliance, even though we need to come into compliance. I think for the fact that if we're driving without a license, it's not lawful. If we have an expired license, it's lawful, but the license is expired. And we can be ticketed for it, but insurance is still probably going to cover us. If we don't have a license at all, then it's just not lawful to drive without it. I did receive a no contest plea on an expired inspection charge. I have that's in the community service order already.
Oh, I put on.
Yeah. So I do believe that I already received that plea previously. But I'm just gonna make a note. And then I have a stop sign charge, and that's from December 14th of 2012. And I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Okay. And then I have a case, it's a no driver's license charge from February 8th, 2010. And it's a no license charge, and the fines and costs are $318.50. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay. And then the other cases, I have pleas on them already, I think. Let me double check. Have we had previous community service?
No.
Oh, I see. Are these open cases, the second page where you put CS? Okay. So then I have another page of cases, and I need to go ahead and get those pleas. Just hold on, let me move Mr. Arispe back over. There is an expired plate charge from February 8th of 2010. The fines and costs are $318.50. And I'm asking, how are you pleading to that charge?
No contest, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea. There's a no driver's license charge from that same stop. No, I'm sorry, from December 14th of 2012. The fines and costs are $370.50. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay. There's a no inspection charge from February 8th of 2010. The fines and costs are $318.50. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest, Your Honor.
Then a no insurance charge from December 14th of 2012. The fines and costs are $414.70. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay, there are 3 charges from the 3 different stop dates. We don't file multiples of these, but we do file a single charge when you miss your first court date. And this would have been back in 2010 of October 29th of 2010. We filed a charge for not appearing on the underlying case. The fines and costs are $392.60. How are you pleading to the charge?
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay, then another one was filed February 8th for a different charge from 2010, and the fines and costs are $386.10. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest.
Okay, and then another one was filed, and it's from December 14th of 2012, and the fines and costs are $392.60. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's everything. Let me just take a quick look at the financial disclosure. Somewhere in here. Can I get that? I don't, it's not in here. You gave me a summary, which I do appreciate very much. But I probably need to. While I'm getting that printed up, just hang on a moment, okay?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Just stay there. It's no, we'll get where we need to go, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mattson, on Mason Arispe's case, where are we on that matter?
Your Honor, we have reached an agreement on terms of deferral.
Okay,
Those terms are going to be a 90-day period, and payment in full will be made today. And due to the fact that this is not a moving violation, I am not going to require a driver safety course.
I will approve that. So from today until January 8th of 2024, payment being today and no course. And if I, Mr. Arispe, there's 2 ways to, handle this. I can get your signature if you're able to print it, sign it, and email it back. Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll email that to you. Can we use the email that we have on file where we set up the meeting for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll send that shortly. And then if you'll just get it back today before close of business, once you receive it in your email, that means it's been entered as a deferral and then you're safe to either pay it online or call it in either way. Okay. If you're having any issues with that, you can always call the clerk at 254-298-5687 and their number's on the website. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thank you.
Everything to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And you too. Mr. Mattson, I didn't see anybody here for Daniel Jones or Michael Phillips. So we will go ahead and move those cases forward as we would expect to do. And I didn't look at them yet, but they're not here. So I'm counting them as having missed court. And therefore we'll begin to take actions on that. Do you have anything that you need to check in with the court about before you leave today?
If I could just get the next date for those cases, Your Honor.
Let me look at them briefly. Okay, so November 2nd for Mr. Phillips. And then for Daniel Jones, I also need to see, and we'll set, is he set for live on anything else? It looks like he's missed the most recent court dates for other things.
Yes, this is one that. Yes. He actually was supposed to be.
He's also November 2nd. Okay,
That works, Your Honor.
okay, then you are good to exit without further requests. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Judge.
You take care.
You too.
I shall. Okay, so back to it. Ms. Harrison, give me a quick moment. Can I have you raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm that the information you're providing is true, correct, and accurate? So help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Just looking at everything, a couple of questions, and this is not, I ask everybody this, so please do not think that I'm assuming anything negative about you individually. I'm looking for ways to navigate how much we have to deal with on the case, okay? Do you have any jail time since 2010?
I think I have, yes, ma'am. I have an arrest in Bell County. I had an open case in Bell County where I was on a probation and had to end up paying, but then I basically ended up getting arrested for going off of that probation. So I had some jail time. I don't know if it goes there because it was for Bell County, but I got arrested in a different county.
Okay. Did you ever get transferred into Bell County?
No, I paid the bond and then I ended up coming to Bell County to pay that probation off and speak to the judge, and she went ahead and basically dropped, well, she didn't drop it, but once I paid, it closed the case.
Okay, we're gonna look and see if there's any jail record at the Bell County. If so, I can look at it right now.
Okay.
If not, where would it have been?
It was in Brazos County. The arrest was in Brazos County, but it was for the Bell County case.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any records for that, of that?
I think I do through my email from correspondence with me and them in Bell County. I think I do have something in my email that I would have to look for, but I think I do have something in there from the closure of that.
So I would need proof that you were in a jail, and you could get that from Brazos. You wouldn't have to get it from, so what I'm not going to be able to do is just extrapolate that you might have been there. I need something showing you there, but
Yes.
you're entitled to get that record. Usually you can get it online. And if I can give you some jail credit, I certainly will, because it would really help this situation improve very rapidly if there's some jail credit.
Yes, ma'am.
So people often think that when they're arrested that all the courts know and they all can look and see. I can look and see at Bell County, and we're trying to do that right now. But I can't look at every jail. I know why people might assume that, because it feels like it's all one big jail. Okay, we don't have anything in Bell County for you there. I'm not saying that you haven't been arrested, but what what I'd like to do is go ahead and order community service in your case. Let you try to get me the jail credit too.
Okay.
And, you know, the faster you can get that, the more I can say, well, maybe it all zeroes out, or maybe it doesn't, and there's still some more hours to do. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, just with the information that's been provided, I'm going to order it all as community service. And then if you can get me your jail credit, I might be able to do better on the number of hours, because it's going to be a lot of hours right now. I'm going to go ahead and normally I give $20 an hour. I'm going to do 40, because honestly, trying to get this from you is going to be a challenge, even though you probably have the best intentions right now. And people, it's not that people don't have the best intentions. It's that it's really hard to find volunteer opportunities and get them to work with your schedule. There's a lot to trying to get this done. Community service sounds like a great idea, and I love the idea. It is definitely a challenge once we get more than, say, 20 to 30 hours, and giving you double. I already give triple credit up front, so this is giving you 6 times credit. It turns it into 110 hours.
Okay.
It should be more like 220 hours. So I'm going to go with a more realistic goal. I still think that it would be much better if I can shave some of that off with some community service. I mean, jail credit, if you have it. Because I do, it's presented with jail credit. I apply it very liberally. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just need something in my file that says, yes, this person gets that credit. So right now, 110 hours, a due date of December 12th. The sooner I get it, the faster I can release any license hold and any insurance, any registration hold. What I heard from the email that I got from you, it was routed to me, is that you're looking to try to get your license, and I need to clear my cases out in order to release the license. Are you otherwise trying to get your license?
Yes, ma'am. All I need left to do, Your Honor, is to get a SR-22 and send it in to Texas DPS.
Okay. Just, you need to recognize that even though you have to take care of these cases in order to move forward, they are going to impact that situation. So you might wind up needing an occupational license, and we're going to email license information. Can we email that to her? We're going to email how to get your license back packet to you, because you'll want to start looking at your license. This isn't all going to hit your record today. It's going to hit your record, I would say, over the next 2 to 8 weeks. And I don't want you to get in despair about this, because when something sits this long, it takes quite a bit of energy to unravel it. Okay. And I want to give you tools to make that as easy as possible, because I do recognize that it is not easy. I, of course, am recalling your warrants today. Okay. The only thing in play is just trying to get the community service back. If I can get time credit from you, whenever you can get that to me, I will look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we'll also send you information for how to walk yourself through getting an occupational license in case you need one, so that you can lawfully drive and not be worried when you drive. Okay. It's a process, and you do it where you are. You don't come here to do it. Your community service, you're in Bryan, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there's also a 2-week window to find a provider there that is a nonprofit. And we're going to send you a form that just basically says, hey, whoever's doing this with you. Sorry, I'm making a note that you might be doing that. They have to fill out a form showing that after you turn your hours in, I'm going to be able to credit it, right? Because I don't want you to do 100 hours and then find out that it's not going to be credited. And my credit isn't to do with what I like and don't like. It's to do with what the law lets me approve. So I just have a form, and you take it anywhere that you think is a nonprofit. They need to be up to date with their nonprofit status, and they need to sign off saying they are going to agree to provide proof for you to give the court to give you proper credit so that you're not taken advantage of. Okay. And that'll be one form. And then there'll be a timesheet. And then there'll be rules, list of rules, and then there'll be a list of places. The places are here because I can't list places for every town in Texas or America, but you just find a nonprofit where you are, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll work with you on it, but you'll need to do that within the next 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
That's probably a good time to find a nonprofit and get me that jail credit. Send all that in and let me tell you what I need back, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are we good?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, thank you. Do you have any
Thank you.
questions? Yes, ma'am, thank you.
So for I can literally, I remember, I think you can just like look online and see like your jail, like if you were in jail, and like print that. So just print that out and send that with you with the nonprofit that I find.
So those are two things. The nonprofit, you have to get them to fill out a form that we're sending you.
Yes, ma'am.
The jail credit, send me what you find and I can see what I can do with it. I can't tell you without looking at it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, Your
As
Honor.
soon as possible, though, is definitely the right idea.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're good to go.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Miss Langford, can you unmute and talk to me?
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm good. Do you have video available?
I am not able to have video, ma'am, because the location I'm at, it's a secure location and we're not able to have video here.
Okay. So, I did receive pleas on your 2 cases.
Yes, ma'am.
I gave 30 days to pay because, well, I didn't have a lot of information.
Yes, ma'am. And yes, ma'am. And that's why I contacted them as soon as my sister sent me a copy of the form.
Yes.
That's why I made contact with the clerk to let her know that I needed to speak to you.
Yeah.
Because I needed to explain my case, and hopefully by the grace, Your Honor, you'll hear me out. Hopefully.
Well, I of course will hear you out.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't know if I'll agree with you or not because I haven't heard you. I have a
Yes,
couple. I have a couple of quick questions about your financial application.
Yes, ma'am.
So, you said you live with a friend and then you live with your daughter, and
Yes, ma'am.
you gave me the mortgage. Does your friend have income?
No, ma'am. That was kind of the deal, that she would stay here for free, because with me being overseas, she stays here and takes care of my daughter for me. So I cover all the bills in the home as long as she, takes care and makes sure my daughter is good.
Okay, and you're overseas right now?
Yes, ma'am, in Doha, Qatar.
Okay.
I've been over here since the 17th of August. The week prior to me leaving over here, ma'am, when I went to the courthouse to actually deal with the matter before I left, I did inform the lady that I was speaking to that I would be leaving out of country on the 17th of August.
Okay.
And I did inform her that I may not have internet set up when we landed in country. So I told her, I did inform her that I would probably not have internet capability until, we got boots on ground. And I still ended up getting a court case.
No, you didn't get a court case for not coming to court. You just got reset and you're here now. So I'm not sure what
Yes,
the project is, but nobody's having a problem with it.
Oh, okay. I was just like, I was just trying to get it because when I seen what the payment amount was, ma'am, for the payment plan, I'm like, I don't even make that in 1 month.
Yeah, let me look at that for just a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I can look at that in a moment, but I'm trying to hold on just a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're authorized to charge that amount for. Yeah, I know, but that ordinance. Just give me a moment. I need to look at one thing before we proceed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, but the fines, I think, are. Just give me a moment. I like to make sure we're doing everything the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a complaint? Can I see it? Okay. No, it's going to read very similarly. That's fine. I see what happened. How long have you been in Qatar?
How long have I been over in Qatar? I've been over here since the 17th of August, ma'am.
Okay, these cases are from 2020.
For the dogs.
Yeah, that's the only cases we have.
Yes, ma'am. In both of those cases, I literally wanted to fight them, ma'am, because I didn't even know I had warrants for those. I had no notification, no nothing for those. And then the dog that I did adopt.
Just real quickly, just so
Yes, ma'am.
that you know where I'm coming from on that.
Yes, ma'am.
As far as it goes, when you adopt an animal, you are given notice right then and there.
Yes,
That you
ma'am.
have a certain period of time to comply and provide proof to them. But you've already also entered a plea, and that plea has been accepted by the court. So
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not in a position now to back up and take your plea out of place and take a different plea and schedule you for court to have a trial here, because you already entered a plea.
And I was about to say I wouldn't be able to do court anyways, Your Honor, because I won't be back in the country till May. So that's why I entered the plea of no contest,
Mhm.
because I have no other choice.
Right. Now, did you sterilize the animal and vaccinate the animal?
And that's the thing, ma'am. The puppy that I adopted passed away 2 weeks after I adopted it. So when I adopted the puppy was already sick, and the puppy ended up passing away.
Right. Well, I don't really know if they would have filed on you had you provided proof to them or not, but they generally do, because the policy there is it's a strict compliance because it's state law.
Yes, ma'am. And that's why I'm doing what I have to do.
To be perfectly honest with you, when people adopt an animal and they get charges, I literally 80 to 90% of people tell me that the dog died or the cat died. And some of them are being truthful and some of them are not. And I'm not saying that you're not, but I'm saying that does drive that policy for that department quite a bit. So as far as what I have listed, I have that you're a retired soldier. So I'm not really clear about your income. What's your monthly income?
It is for my VA compensation, ma'am, it's a little over $2,800 a month. because I'm not a full 100%.
And you're over there working for free, or I'm not,
It's a volunteer mission over here, ma'am.
so you're not getting paid?
No, ma'am, right now we're not, because it's a volunteer mission, because we're over here trying to help relocate the Afghan refugees.
That with whom? Who are you
I'm
doing
with a nonprofit organization over here, ma'am, the IOM,
called? What are they called?
the IOM.
What does that stand for?
It's they're a group of people, ma'am, that they're part of NATO.
And they
But they
don't,
said I have to do 90 days in country with them, ma'am, before I can start getting a paycheck from them. And I'm almost at my 90 days.
okay. And then what will you be making?
I'll be making roughly about $2,000 a month. That's after taxes and everything.
So that doesn't start until late November.
Yes, ma'am.
Are they going to take away your disability for that?
No, ma'am. I'll still be receiving my VA compensation, but it will be decreased. It'll drop. It'll go from a little over 2,800 to right about 25. So it's not it's not too much of a big drop, but it is still going to drop.
Who's collecting disability in your home?
It's just me, and then it's me and my daughter.
Yeah. So the disability, does it come to under your name or her name or both?
It comes under my name, ma'am, because I'm her mother.
Okay. And that's for her disability?
Yes, ma'am. It's for her.
Okay. Do you receive any assistance like food stamps or utility assistance?
No, ma'am, I don't. They say I make too much money for food stamps, food stamp assistance or anything.
Okay. And do you receive any, is someone ordered to pay child support?
No, ma'am. Don't get no kind of child assistance or no kind of child support at all.
Was it ordered and not getting paid, or never ordered?
It was never ordered, ma'am, because he's nowhere to be found right now.
Okay. All right. And then you have a friend living there for free and you're paying all the bills.
Yes, ma'am.
And then that's about to get better soon.
I hope so, because it's not cheap. It's really not cheap.
Okay. What I can do is just turn this into a slow payout and do some reductions to the overall amount that you're going to be required to pay.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will reduce your fines. It's actually a waiver because we've already entered a judgment, but take off $1,000 on each one. I'm going to take off $1,000 on each case. And then what I'm going to do is make a low payment right now, because right now, times are not good. And so I'll just order that you pay $30 a month, provided that you will sign for that payment plan. We can email it to you and you just have to print it and sign it and email it back.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then can we start today?
Well, my paycheck will hit my account on Friday, Your Honor.
Okay. Can we start Friday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you can do that online. So that's going to be easier.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. Would y'all be able to send me a link or like a?
No, we can't send a link, but you can go online to a link, which is on the City of Temple, Texas, and then you go to the municipal courts tab and there's a pay now link. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Hold on, I'm making some notes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm doing a reduction and then we'll send you the balance owed and a payout plan, and just print it and sign it and email it back. And then it will start this Friday. You can always pay more and get done faster. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because once things get a little better in your life, I would assume that you would want to get this taken care of and not constantly have it. But right now I'm going to make an allowance so that we can get you out of the threat of warrant and get you going in the right direction on things. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I do appreciate it, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. I just wanted to make sure that I'm going to be able to, when I re-enter the country, I'm not going to re-enter the country and be arrested.
Right. So I do recall your warrants today once I get your signature back.
Roger that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too.